Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Click. I wanted to make a video for first getting started in the system, adjusting settings, mandatory settings, to make sure that you are off on the right foot right away. The first thing you're going to want to do is go into General Settings and change the cutoff time for your campaigns. The very first thing you're going to want to do is come to this menu, Cutoff Time. What this is going to communicate to the system is when you want your marketing campaigns to start reaching out and when to stop reaching out. I have mine set at 8 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. at night because those are my office hours. I do not want it to send out on Sundays or Saturdays, so I do not have these boxes checked. If you do want it to send out on Sundays and Saturdays, you'll go ahead and check these. The next thing we're going to want to do is customize the CRM itself. So this is actually all the color schemes in the CRM. For example, this is the top bar background. If you want that to be red, super. You can have it coincide with your branding. And yeah, you can go through and make sure everything looks exactly how you want it to. I love this look because it coincides with my branding. Simple enough. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to your recharge methods. This is your credits in Click. So as you use these marketing campaigns, there's different prices for each text you send out. For example, each text you send out is 2 cents. Each email you send out is 1 cent. Each minute of recorded phone call is half of a cent. I think it's 0.6. So it's 6/10 of a cent, so on and so forth. Each one of those outreach methods costs a teensy tiny bit. So you're going to want to make sure the system is automatically recharging your account as you're going. So very important. You want to go in here and make sure your account is automatically recharging. For example, if I was using a normal account, this is an administrator's account, so it's not adhering to these rules because there's not really any dollar amount that is actually being, charged. It's not actually utilizing anything. But normally, if this was at $10.01 and it hit $10, for example, I sent out one email, it used 1 cent and it hit $10, I can make it automatically recharge the account $10 so that we're good to go. We can keep sending things out. Now, keep in mind, very important, that each and every single paid account that uses automation, so the Pro package, the Pro Plus package, and the Enterprise package, all come with free startup credits and monthly credits. Very important. The next thing we're going to want to do is go to notifications. And this is going to be everything that is going to be going on in your account, basically. You have the option to have emailed, texted, or in some situations, push notification through the mobile Android and iPhone app notifications. You're going to, for example, I love this this functionality. For one of my companies, I like to get text messages each time a new lead hits the system. There's a couple different instances of this. I have one list providing company that will send me lists of new people as basically it's registered in their system. It pulls a list, it hits my system, and it will tell me each time a person is sent in. Being staggered, obviously. I wouldn't want these notifications coming in constantly. But another example is Facebook ads. If I had a Facebook ads campaign going and somebody requested a quote, I would get a text message. I'd make sure I'm in a quiet place because a lot of my marketing campaigns start, the very first touch point is a call bridge. which dials your phone number, prompts you to press 1, and then on that same phone call dials that prospect or lead so that it's a live phone call within 10 seconds of filling out a form. It's absolute fire. I love it. The next thing we're going to want to do is go to your profile. You're going to want to go in here and personalize all of this fully. Your appointment URL can be from whatever outside third-party thing you're using. That's super. You can have it automatically appear in your email body. I myself, on most of my accounts for most of my companies, have my appointment URL connected to my calendar widget. So I have a Calendly-like calendar widget right here in the CRM. I use the URL that I use in there. I put it in here, and it's automatically in all of my emails. It's fantastic. I love it. Your company info. You're going to be able to change your logo, and this is what's obviously going to appear here. It's going to appear on your calendar widget. It's going to appear on your forms, so on and so forth. I recommend a square logo for both this and, more importantly, your favicon. Your favicon is this little icon up here. See, Clique is fully custom branded depending on what you want to appear. Also, your user's version of the exact same software is fully customizable. They can brand it however they like as well. If you'd like them to use a certain image, obviously let them download it. They come into their system, they select the file, and you're off to the races. After that, we're going to want to go through our phone settings. So you're going to choose a forwarding number by clicking Edit and fully customizing it, choosing both the voicemail that you want to play when the call is not answered. If you do have it forwarding to a phone number, you're going to want to set that phone number's voicemail as that same recording. So for example, if this is going to my office line, which it is, this is one of my office lines, I have on my office line, on my SIP, I have that exact same voicemail set up so that when it forwards, it plays the correct voicemail. Very important. You want to make sure that any phone number in this system, whether it be your voicemail in the system right here through clicking this edit button, has a custom voicemail recorded, which you can record right here in the system. It's amazing. And also any outside number that you would obviously do from that outside number. If it's a cell phone, make sure that you have that same exact voicemail or whatever voicemail you want to play uploaded. And if you have multiple phone numbers, this default button comes into play. So say we had a second phone number in the system, we would choose to either have this phone number or that second phone number we just purchased as the default line. And you can disable any calls from being recorded. I myself don't do that because I want to make sure every single phone call is recorded to make sure I'm covering my butt, basically. And then you can go over to dialer settings and you can switch the call forwarding on. So the way that you make it actually forward to this phone number is by going into dialer settings and choosing on to have it forward to that phone number. And again, if you have multiple phone numbers, you can select which phone number you want to basically be dialing from. Or you can have a fixed dial number, choosing that one phone number for the entire CRM, which is fine as well. Now, in the very beginning, when you're first setting up Clique, you have the option to go through and choose an email provider, integrate it, connect it through here. But if you want to change that later, you have that option by going to email settings. And right here is going to be your email signature. So each touch point you send out from the marketing campaigns can or will not, it just depends on what you want It can include an email signature automatically in the body, or you can go through into the campaign and choose through the personalize menu to have it show on some rather than all of them, or some of them rather than others, so on and so forth. That's about it for setting up Click when you very first get started. If you have any questions, reach out. But yeah, you're off to the races. Have fun.